MC Mining Caveman here, and welcome to my next episode. I'm not on the Crystalcraft server at the moment. I am in my creative world. Been trying to build some of these ships schematics that I have found on the internet. They are under the user or the creator name Colt Coyote. So this was one of the first ones I did, and this was not a completed schematic that the uploader had made. It was a slope idea that he had put on graph paper. So he had an overview of the shape of the ship from above, and then he also had the side view of the ship. And I thought that would be this could be a good one to put in a dry dock in the harbor that I'm making. And then this one is quite a bit more complicated. I built each one at a layer and separated it so I could keep track of what I was building. And then after I did that, I used MC-Edit and scrunched all of them, and it looked like this. This is mostly complete. I still have the sails to work on, but doing this part of the ship took me probably about 3 hours to do. And then doing these sails in fly mode probably took me another hour or so to try to figure out how to interpret how to put because he had the overview on one graph, and then he had the side view on another graph, and so trying to interpret that into a 3D image was a little difficult. These weren't too hard, and surprisingly this was hard because somehow I kept getting off by a count, even though it was graph paper. And the other thing was I needed to raise it all because the way the designer had made it was that the sails started about there. And come on, there we go. If the sails started there, you wouldn't be able to see while you were navigating the ship. And I just kind of added this as the navigation wheel. So I think them up that high would make a little bit more sense, but then you got a lot more gap from the deck up to the sails. But let's just go over what some of this looks like. So it has the dispensers along the sides. It has a couple dispensers on the back. You got the massive rudder. You have your con deck up here. You have one of the cabin rooms on this. I don't remember how they work. And then you have another cabin room below. I think the captain's deck would be up there at the top. And then, of course, this was designed back before there was the trapdoors able to just float. But I went ahead and kept the style. Then you have another room here on the front of the deck. The plans don't seem to have anything. The grid paper plans don't have anything for this top part. It definitely needs at least some fences at the minimum, but I think another row of this stuff would probably be what it needs. Maybe knock that out. Do a transition. And something. And then these go up quite a ways. did not count them. And there's no ladders to get up this high. And I know that these masts are generally very tall on old sail ships, but I don't really know proportionately how tall that's supposed to be. So you have the cargo hold doors on each side, and just a empty deck here and another empty deck here, and just a open cargo hold all the way down to the base. And actually on the back side of the ship, you can't get all the way back there with this design because it just doesn't work. I guess I could probably do this. Have to knock out 2 of those. Wouldn't know what I would put back there. Well, I wouldn't put anything in there, honestly. This is just a creative build for looks. And I have, let me see, I've got, this is a small frigate design. There's a small pirate and then a warship that I'm wanting to do, but this took a long time, and I really don't know if I'd be able to do this in survival mode without Schematica. It's going to take me a lot more than 4 hours, that's for sure. It'll probably easily take me a week to do it. And at the moment, I can't even build it because I am banned from the server kind of again. The first one was a misunderstanding with the power tool jump. This time was a complete outright false accusation by one of the staff members that I was using an X-ray like mod and or hack, I think is how it was worded. I'd have to double check. But yeah, it's something like 5 months, 4 weeks, 1 day, and 23 hours or something like that. It's kind of a weird number, honestly. And I am quite insulted, actually, and I actually have a video segment of me recording what I saw during the world render glitch. I was digging out a tunnel, and a tunnel I ended up not using because it was too low, because I was making a tunnel through the mountain to go from, oh, what was that? It was somewhere underneath. I was going to make a walkway from basically what's considered the ground level in the savannah, so it's quite a bit higher, through the underside of the mountain and then out to where the harbor opened up. And I got that, ended up getting it all dug out, and then realizing that it wasn't in a very practical location, so I ended up digging a new tunnel and capping it off. But anyway, here's the segment that I recorded while I was digging it out and got the render glitch, and I recorded it because I wanted to study it better to see what I could find. So yes, that was what I saw during the render glitch. It was right on the border of a chunk, so it was a chunk error, and it's happened many times for me, but because I saw the dungeon, well actually I saw the Mossy Cobble, and that I went to check it out, and I guess in a way it's cheating that I decided to record an image of the world not rendering right. So if that's the apology I need to give, so be it. But I am contesting, to a degree, I'm contesting it. I am not going to write an unban request because it was a complete false, flagrantly disrespecting move on the staff's part against me. I have never cheated. I have never used a hack to cheat. I have never used an X-ray mod or the resource packs. Not that I don't think you can, at least not anymore anyway. I think they've fixed that finally, so servers don't have to worry about that. But I am going to go ahead and spend some time in my creative world until staff can apologize to me for just assuming that I am some low-down dirty cheater that likes to exploit the server whenever I have a chance and I'm not recording. But anyway, yes, I am upset about it, but I will just have to wait for that to be resolved. And if they choose to not unban me, I guess that's just going to have to be the way it plays out. And it'll be a sad thing that that it happens that way, but sometimes things happen. But I'm going to go ahead and keep trying to build these ships in the well, not expectation. I would expect to be unbanned, but in the event that I do get unbanned, that I will have stuff at least designed, and I can slowly and painfully try to start building it back in the Crystalcraft server. So I know this is a really short episode, but I just wanted to get this made and show everybody that clip of what I saw and how I found that mob spawner. Not that I've ever used mob grinders anymore. We have so much XP to last us the rest of Crystalcraft's history. So whatever. I'm sorry that this was a rant episode, but I do want to give you an update as to what happened and why I am not on the server again. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.